Tonight on Lucha Review, we're having breakfast for dinner. In honor of Halloween and in honor of the 50th anniversary, you know how I like to celebrate anniversaries, we have Count Chocula cereal in this vintage, beautiful box. If you take a look at the Count Chocula himself, he looks a little familiar. He looks like he should be saying, I have your tip here in my pocket if you have some good news to lay for me today. Yeah, he looks like Herbert the Pervert from Family Guy, oddly enough, and he looks like he's fucking high as a goddamn kite. Look at his fucking eyes. But anyway, I guess this is how the cereal used to look in those times. Back in the fucking 50s or 60s or 1940s or whenever this shit came out. So, let's see how let's see. It's quite possible that this box was left over from last year from the grocery store, because this stuff is not as popular as it used to be, which is why it's only sold during the Halloween season, and even then you still see them all over the place. It's not like it's a box of those Cadbury eggs during Easter. That shit flies right off the shelf. Let's see how this tastes. It still tastes as good as it did when I was a kid. Now, as I'm looking at this box, it has a little barcode that you could scan on the back. And when you do so, it's going to open a link to a rather funny video, a mockumentary of Count Chocula and his band performing a Where Are They Now type of thing. And the humor is pretty dry, but it got a laugh out of me, so I got to give it props for that. It also shows you how to do a couple of different dances. As you see here, you can show off your fancy footwork. You could spread your wings, flap your arms, or close the cape. So I would imagine that these hits are going to make you the belle of the ball at the Halloween party that you'll be attending. You might be wondering why I am eating the cereal dry. It's not that I'm weird, I just hate the taste of milk. So, in substitution of milk, we have rum chata. So, today, for you, my luchadors, I'm going to see what it tastes like to pour rum chata into my cereal and eat that. This is my dinner. Here we go. Here's the bowl. There we go. Now, for those of you who don't know what rum chata is a delicious beverage made up of horchata, which is a very popular beverage here in San Diego, and rum, which is how you get the name rum chata, if you couldn't figure that out yourself. Let's see how this tastes. This is actually pretty good. So I'm consuming alcohol and sugary cereal at the same time. And yes, it's difficult to eat with a mask on. But this is good shit. So, I wouldn't recommend serving this to your kids. But if you have a couple of people over to your adult Halloween party, and it's late, and people are hungry, and you're out of hors d'oeuvres, I gotta tell you, Count Chocula with rum chata inside it is actually pretty good. This is the best bowl of Count Chocula I ever fucking had. Even the marshmallows are holding in the rum. This is good shit. Burns a little bit. Yeah, it's good. Well, happy Halloween, folks. We will be back next week with some more entertainment. If it feels like I'm half-assing this episode, it's because I am. I have family visiting in from the East Coast, and I just don't have the time to put an episode together. So, I'm doing this. And hopefully it gave you some good ideas for fun stuff to do during your Halloween party. Up to and including the dances. So, but next week we'll be back. We'll be taking a look at Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection for the Nintendo Switch. So thanks for tagging in. Bon appetit. And I'll see you next week. You know, I took my fiance to Disneyland the other day. I don't know how the happiest place on earth always attracts the most miserable fucking people. All those annoying fucking families. And I'm not talking about the people that wear the same color t-shirts that say Mommy Mouse and Daddy Mouse and all that other shit, Thing 1 and Thing 2. I actually like those people because those people probably put money away for weeks and weeks and months so that their kids could have a really nice holiday vacation or whatever the case may be. I'm talking about the fucking people that show up. The mother is on her phone all goddamn day, taking selfies of herself with 17 different filters on them, posting them on Instagram because she doesn't get enough attention at home. And meanwhile, the asshole that she's with, it's usually one of two people. It's the guy with the fucking pink polo and the khaki shorts, or it's the guy who still thinks that he's 20 years old and he's wearing wraparound sunglasses with a backwards hat. And his Facebook photo is usually him on the top of a fucking mountain taken after he took a hike. Wow, you took a walk in the woods. Good for you. And how was it? Because you're not paying attention to your kids who are climbing all over the fucking handrail, yanking on the fucking chain, grabbing people's asses, and being an overall fucking nuisance. And the minute one of them falls down and breaks their fucking arm, which I'm actually sorry that I haven't been able to see. I'm upset about this legitimately. When one of them falls down and breaks his fucking arm, I know you're going to try to sue the parks. But guess what? The parks are going to be suing you right back because their lawyer is going to make a fucking case that your kid should have had stronger bones. And meanwhile, the judge is going to be eating a fucking Dole Whip while he hears your case. Stay the fuck out of Disneyland. Disneyland is not for annoying families. It's for the people who fucking... Oh, fuck you. Stay out of Disneyland.